Hello and welcome. My name is David Macon. Today I'm talking about the freedom of God. It is funny how little things can make you think. The other day I got up. I'm a day sleeper. My lovely wife had put a roast on to cook. She works from home. She let me know she had left some dirty dishes in the sink from getting the roast in the oven. I kissed her and went downstairs to get some coffee. There in the sink was a large skillet and a bowl. No big deal. She had already said she would take care of them. Instead of waiting for her to wash them, I took a few minutes and took care of this tiny thing. While doing them, I was happy, knowing that she would be pleased. That got me to thinking. You see, if she had just left them for me to clean, I would not have been happy. I would have washed them, but it would have become a chore. A minor chore and no hard feelings. Because I chose to wash them for her, to please her, my entire attitude was changed. I realized that the difference was that I had the freedom to do or not do. In this, I found a God lesson. What does doing dishes have to do with God? Let me backtrack a little. I have been spending some time in Matthew 23. That is where we find the 7 woes of the Pharisees, also known as the Chiasm of Matthew. Jesus talks about the Pharisees and denounces them for their actions. There's a lot to unpack there, and I will not try to do that here. The root of the issue is their hearts are not where their outward show is. They have chosen worldly power and recognition over honestly worshiping God. They say do this, but they do not do it themselves. Here is that freedom I am talking about. God has given us the freedom to choose to worship Him. He has warned us that if we do not, we cannot spend eternity with Him. In fact, we will suffer the consequences of our sin. God does not seek to punish us for our sin, but we cannot be in the presence of God if we have sin. So God sent His Son, Jesus, to take away our sin. When we understand this, we can choose to accept Jesus and to worship God with a joy knowing we are not forced to do so. We can know that God takes joy in our choice and is happy that we will be with Him in heaven. It comes down to, where is your heart? If you are doing the religious stuff to avoid hell, step back and think about why. Are you experiencing a hardened heart due to feeling forced into religious practices? Instead, think about the joy God has seeing you do the things His Son Jesus taught you to do. Remember the 2 greatest commandments found in Matthew 22. Jesus replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself." If your heart is full of love, and the things you do are because of love, if you are doing things out of love, you have joy in the doing. Thank you, and blessings.